Fremu ato adishima ya mamunina akwaba edeba Air TV SYZ NFE Power edi Radio XYZ Airprem tubre Kasiebo and Assembly yen babe somo ewa kasevidi so Kasiebo yi radio stations any information stations are our mind gani muna mononini nanso atem ekita wa mobile pete sene be ya baby biara owo no ubenya Kasiebo bi eti na Kasiebo uko piemu ewo air voter power fa Kasiebo bi Global FM so ewo omo fa Kasiebo bi Sharp FM ewo Takra de eya Nsoma FM ewo Nkrakwa Tabuem FM ewo Jase kan Chinyame enso ewo Sampa nananom ewo Afugos so West End Radio ewo Lembele na Ingligi FM ewo Boli Rich FM ewo Sinfosu Trinity FM ewo Bogoso High Radio ewo Bechem Oti Radio ewo Dam no ade a wate ekuo se omonhwem se na bibia eda no womonhwe no monfa ento we ene nsem afoforo eka woni ba beso mo prem to be Kasiebo so TV XYZ afei Power 97.9 FM and afei Radio XYZ 93.1 ubetumi abum sanso na ukọ Facebook Power 979 ubenya Kasiebo ibinso eti ewo ho afei nyumekwa wa moboye chidom yene prem to be Kasiebo abrawo X natural mineral water upensu krugia yene afafidie mu adosu mu na emu abeda ofan obi biara age atuma eno ene X natural mineral water ene akwakwa ememre de upensu na oni asevu wa wo fie no bebi a wo bia eno na me kan fama say X natural mineral water ena obenya okọ Melcom shops wo chemu wo Ghana na obenya bi nso etu ebi wo ho sanso ena obepie mu XYZ fidie mu nso obenya insuoni bi nso ato ubetumi afrom our matrufo iso 059 627 3546 059 627 3546 ubetumi afrom baby biara owo no unsa ebetumi akebi mi amba be kenkan prem to be Kasiebo e de amamo midin e de Kofi Abrantie Kasiebo no emu enchemu ankaseni mampene edema oman Comoros His Excellency Azili Osmani enso ene sembi atuja ohwemu se yankofa eda Ghana na fe Comoros ntemu no ade a osre His Excellency John Dramani Mahama se wombe ma sa yankofa ni mu ayedi yie pa se ne be ya dwedie na fe nkita hudi a aman emienu ewo yi ebetumi akonkan se ne be ya mpuntuo bi a aman emienu ehwe enim se ebetumi aba omoma mu no mbetumi akọ enim eno na Comoros president John Dramani Mahama se ade a wo bekọ akonya pa se sa yankofa I was so I'm more change say one be kwa enchiemudi a friend African Prosperity Dialogue no one be share na one kasa ansem ni bi se na be ya bibremu man o man bebre a etwemu no one be nina ebetumi akobenkrum se na be ya ebetumi aboa ama abibriman yebetumi akonkan na nsem ni bia Comoros aban His Excellency Azili Osman and so any two Jenny be any.
You mentioned the visa issue, and I think it's a good step that Ghana has taken. And so next time when I'm coming, I won't tell you I'm coming. I would get here, and when I arrive at the hotel, I'll tell you that I'm coming. And allow me to congratulate you personally, Mr. President, on your re-election. And I would like to thank the country for the example that it has been in terms of its politics and also in socioeconomic terms. And you mentioned that there are indeed a lot of areas that we can collaborate in, and I believe that we should consolidate those areas. After our independences of both our countries, we had some instability in our countries. Ghana has been exemplary because since 1990 you have been able to stay the course and have had a number of constitutional changes which show that Ghana is a good example for the rest of Africa. Ghana has indeed turned a page when it comes to its political life, and we also in Comoros, we believe that we are turning the page, even though we have some difficulties with our old colonial masters.
We Comoros Mampain His Excellency Azili Osman Ono and Ansamri Yetenenka and Wechi and a Ghana Mampain His Excellency John Dramani Mama Echo Muse Eyadia and we pa na afe Eyadia when we say Brimambe Breno Eyadia say woman visa free aba Nani na enam Ekwani bin soa ebetumi afaso aboa emankita wudia ede bibreman afemuno ebetumi akonka na bibia enso etumi akoso na nsemni bia Ghana Mampain His Excellency John Dramani Mama enuti dwani binso eni.
Africa is a growing continent with a lot of potential, and one of the drawbacks we have is the low level of trade and cooperation between our countries. So we believe that dialogues and fora like the African Prosperity Dialogue allow us to exchange views about how to make our continent better. Happily today we are beginning to see an opening up of our continent. Many countries are adopting visa-free arrangements so that it allows free movement of people amongst our countries. In Ghana, we believe that African people should be able to move freely across our continent, and that's why we've introduced visa-free arrangements for many holders of African passports.
Ghana Mampain His Excellency John Dramani Mama enwechi osanso ani tuja ochemu se ade ba ko nso pa ehubekwa akonya se eye oba ebibrimam se obi biara ebetumi ahwe no ama ne border ena afi wo mo hye su ni na no aye free no ebeboa emankitawudi ene dwadie enso etumi akonkan ye pa ewa bibiremu eno so betumi aboa ema bibiremu man sankitawudi ni bema wo mo nso wo metumi asore brane ewo wo mo nso wo mo okeka ena wo mudwumedi wo mudi se ebibiman insemni bi nso oni tu dwane bi eni.
There must be free movement of goods between our countries, exchange of goods. We Africans must learn to trade more amongst each other. That's why Ghana takes seriously the honor given us by Africa to host the Secretariat of the African Continental Free Trade Area. And that is why Ghana is doing everything to support the Secretariat. But goods cannot move without the appropriate infrastructure, railways, aviation, maritime transport. And so far, the routes of trade are between us and our colonial masters. And so our trade infrastructure is not between ourselves. The railways take us to ports so that we can export to Europe. The roads are not between ourselves. The maritime transport, if you send something from Ghana to Comoros, it might go to Europe before it comes to Comoros. So even though we've signed the protocol on African continental free trade, we also must look at developing the infrastructure so that we can trade more amongst ourselves.
We Ghana Mampain His Excellency John Dramani Mama ononso na didin sema on to Comoros Mampain enim. Yanko ni yanko piemu ewo African Prosperity Dialogue and ɛkɔ so ɛwɔ my Ghana mu na amane bɔfoɔ ɛde fi mampanin aso yɛ wisdom ɛde jɔn ɛnso ɛwɔ hɔ a ɔno nso ɔbɛkyɛ ɛnɛ nea ɛkɔ so ɛwɔ saa internaseɛ no ase wisdom saa wote ne nka ma wakɔ aba ɛba Parliamentary Kasiebo ɛso samre dwumadi a wodi ne ɛnɛ ɛde fa sɛ bibire mu man ɛbɛtumi etumpɔn na afei wɔn nso wɔtumi asɔre brane no den ɛna ɛkɔ so ɛwɔ hɔ samre
Sam no kase de bepie mu ɛwɔ the African Prosperity Dialogue 225 ɛnɛ da itwa to okra ya botai asem sɛ da so ne sɛ ne betumi aboa na yɛbɛka sɛ where business and political leaders need to drive Africa's single market. Na niyomu nyinaa sɛ ɔhwɛ kwan sɛ ɛba ebibire mu a amayɔfoɔ ɛwɔ nea wɔyɛ na otumi de aboa na Ghana etumi akɔ n'anim wɔ. Saa nso ɛna ɛba edwadie nso a ɛno nso wɔ n'edwadifoɔ nso ɛyɛ na saa prosperity dialogue yi no ɛde saa nko kɛseɛ mmienu yi no ɛba aba behyia mu sɛ na ebetumi aboa na ɛba wɔn a ɔyɛ amayɔsɛm ɛne wɔn a ɔyɛ business ebetumi aboa so ebetumi ahwɛ na wɔn dwumadie no etumi akɔ so na akɔtɔ te ne betumi aboa na ɛyɛ ebibire mu nso no nneɛma pa a wɔhwehwɛ no etumi akɔ yie ebi ɛne sɛ ɔhwɛ ɛyɛ nea ɛfrɛ no sɛ poverty anaasɛ ahokyerɛ yɛ wɔ ebibire mu no a wɔhwɛ kwan sɛ betumi aboa na business owners ɛna political leaders no betumi de ɔmo nneɛma ɛbɔ ano a wɔtumi take advantage of the continental free trade area no so betumi aboa na ne mapa bibi man ɛwɔ nyinaa no etumi akɔ n'anim wobɛkae a dodoɔ no aka sɛ bibi man ɛnyɛ man a anaasɛ ɛnyɛ continent a ɛyɛ hiafoɔ deɛ ne mmom no ɛbaa trade sɛ edwadie na wɔntumi ɛmfa nneɛma ɛngu akwan mu yɛ na wɔn hyehyɛ edwadie yɛ ne sɛ nti ana ama no wɔ anim ama na etumi aboa na wɔ Deportation mu no yɛhwɛ kwan sɛ excellencies of Wabiti in Comoros president ɛwɔ ha nanso ɛna the president of Togo ɔno nso ɛwɔ ha and his excellency John Dramani Mahama ɛno nso sɛ mo ka sɛ no ɔmo preliminary conversations ni a ɛnyɛ ne sɛ ɔmo frɛ key actors within the continental free trade area and then the African sub-region na ɔde wano bi sɛm ɛtutu wi a na wakɔ ne fɛ no roundtable discussions ni mu and sana dwumadie no wɔde ne nyinaa aba na wie nso bɛhwɛ ɛdɔm ɛna sɛtitiri yi a waba yi a wɔhwɛ kwan sɛ wɔde dwumadie bɛkɔ na akyi akɔtɔɔte na ɛyɛ adeɛ a ɛyɛ fɛ yie paa
adeɛ a wobobɔ ɛyɛ aman mmiɛnsa ɛpɛ edin ɛyɛ Togo ɛna afei Comoros ɛna afei ɔman Ghana ɛyɛ wobɛ bibire mu man ɛna yɛnim sɛ wɔn dɔs yie paa wɔn ɛna etumi ɛfɔm AU apart from saa aman mmiɛnsa a wabobɔ din ɔman foforɔ bɛn na wɔn nso wɔn etumi abɛbɛpie mu ɛwɔ saa ɛnɛ dwumadie n'ase.
Yóò ní sɛ ɛnɛ da ɛtɔ so mmiɛnsa ní bɛka sɛ the third and the final day of the program nti yóò ní sɛ ɛyɛ amanpanyinfoɔ no aba da wɔhyɛ aseɛ no dodoɔ no aba ayɛ and then so we had another set of nkɔfo a ɔmo aba ɛde ɔmo ano bi sɛm aba bɛkuta. from Angola, and Nyama, Egypt, and all of those places between Abwa, na aye, Kabesha. So no, they are looking at the regimes between Abwa na regulation will become simple. Na idiomo so no the sub-region. We say to see na make us say no, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, omo act for me. The Sahel, yeah, no, I guess so much of even ECOWAS. No, all of these issues, no, worship quite a bit to me are addressed, and then the issues about the terrorism are over. To say, if you go to Boko area, no, for example, just if you want to go to Burkina Faso, just about 4 or 5 minutes, no, you cross the border, you are in Burkina Faso, Niger, and all of that. So they just want to say all of this leverage is now continental free trade area, no, Ediabano. Only to me, a capitalizing na to me abua na edi bremu trade no to me akoso na abeka beshe.
Now I say any amani boa or the brain sambri. We a amani bo for air wisdom head jome and I'm pre motening can on amani bo efi Accra International Conference Center and the brain ewo prem to bre Kasiebo eso. Ye fi wa any air kwachemu e won sem fufuru mu na ye ko e Ghana mra hye yenim say ya dia yate appointment committee say womon hwe na aswafo a Ghana man His Excellency John Dramani Mama abo mudin so omkoda aso ya ahoro anoni nano ye betumi akọ na ye bisa omani disem na afei endisuade hu omwo edema sa ensoye no na no na ekokoto ja say menteme wase ebe mu da ya wada eno na ma Speaker of Parliament Kisford Sumana Gbagbin and atuja ochemo say san 7 man no so no watiba som ko bi say omon kwhwehwemu na fe wo mon fa ma ne bo emebo no ne nti a ekoma sa basabasa ye no etumi ema no mer so nsebini bia Speaker and tuja enra omra hye no yenkoti bi.
The following emergency measures are to be taken with dispatch. 1. The circumstances of the absence of a Privileges and Immunity Committee. In that circumstance, a 7-member special committee shall be constituted under Orders 5 and 24 to conduct a full-scale investigation. The committee shall identify all members involved in the disorder and submit its report with findings and recommendations within 10 days from today. Any member found culpable shall face the appropriate disciplinary actions as prescribed by the Constitution 1992, the Parliament Act of 1965, and the Standing Orders of Parliament. Consequently, the following members are suspended from the sittings of Parliament for 2 weeks from today. The 2 Chief Whips, in the presence of Mr. Roxon Nelson Eche, Kwame Dafiamapo, and Mr. Frank Ano Dumpre. 3. Mr. Alasan Suleimana Tampuli. And 4. Mr. Jerry Ahmed Sheikh. As a matter of urgency, and to set up the Standing Orders Committee to reconsider a revision of the rules for the assessment of nominees for the consideration and approval by the House.
Where Speaker of Parliament Kingsford Sumana Gbagbin and Yetenenka Emra or Chemuse Esa Basapasayana esi ewo Emra vetting committee etwono eyadia enyakra was suspended a woman ewo munbi. Yefiwa ani eko so ya youth development and empowerment open George Opare Ado ade ono so on nsem atuja ochimu se na ni so ade hu nyina ne se won behwe na mprimprin mabunu bebre omo oman Ghana mu a wo mu nya ejuma anye no wo mu so ebetumi anya ejuma ye na no ene na de so ade hu na owo ede ma so ya mprimprin aboni din a osanso eda no na sama ne boyi mu no yamane bo for wisdom hedejome ewo amane boyi into aso.
So for our share youth development and empowerment, George Opare Ado, ebe na probo ya obo ewo agency sa ewo ministry na kachi nyinano ababe piemu ewo National Youth Authority. Ansa no bedru hano oshase ewo National Service Authority eno piemu ewo Youth Employment Agency. Na woni nsem kan mu wa ababe piemu ewo National Youth Authority aseye no. Ochiremu say ehwa bi hia pa se Ghana mabunu no betumi enya dwuma pa aye na yenunemu no obehwe se wode no bidu akwan mu na wo a ene obekọ maslock no akwaje benefit na wakọ YE no akwaje no ne na no gigigige sense wo information no obehwe no be se obenya database ewo Ghana mabunu nyina ho na etumi aboa na saa nneema no wetumi esi anokwan
the build database na ya build a dashboard bi nti se nip for bibia ye bebie mu na ayekroje na sebe obi afa ketanse ene proye ama me batare ho na obi biara sebe ayega na desia osefata se so nya bi no wanya bi nti ukoje won nip a wontimi mba maslock enso ma be je bia na program ye different e bia needs ni different but se bebie mu in such a way se Ghana this year bia sebe osefata se eboano ni eta na chi no nya na engine so na oba be ka Ghana ho no boana Ghana tumpo na etumi aboano we ye hyehyɛ aye ba be nti emre na obi na manu akɔgye no we akɔgye eso ba betwa so that opportunities ebe available obia na Ghana ni bia enya so faso
enwechi George Opare Ado so afọ echiremu say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Botai say Ghana mabunu nyina no ebenya bia papa bi agina ne senti no obebo modern say no obeye bia no obeye na Ghana eniswade hu a mabunu mu ehia no wetumi enya
ya babe shomobo say President Mama say en countries there eni omo be ye adwuma na challenges are confronting and our problems are confronting Ghana mbebunu no ya hwe kwan a ye de be fa so ade ba ko a haye mpa eye ohia edoso ye eni adwuma eni ho ema ye mbebunu no na ye gidi say ye position National Youth Authority ni ya adwuma nsem eni omo mandate ye de asomo sasomo ye no nyame adom nti betuen nya hode amamo agina so aye ye ne omo be nante Ministry of Youth Development na ba ne omo ba be ye adwuma ye de asom Ghana mabunu na ya magana mabunu adiye
when you name the pempa or that National Youth Authority ano Osman Ayariga enso de atudwa say obeba modern ahye say jumedi a ekoso ewo asoye nyina no etumi akototin ebi ni say Kanishi Sports Complex obehwe na wosiesie.
We have also seen the current state of the Asuma Nelson Sports Complex and is in a very terrible state, and he also gives assurance coming from the president that he will do everything in his mandate to make sure that we believe that he is in the best of conditions. So today we want to thank our minister for paying us this great courtesy call, and of course we'll hear from being aware from the world spoken of the assurances and the working collaboration will all be seen.
Wisdom Hedejome Amaniboni TVXYZ Power FM Kasiebo and
we yamanebo wisdom hedejome eno ne sa amanebo no so ede maye no yemfo ne mfa yani esan kochiremu e appointment committee e ade a asoafo ayapa ne son konkohwe e amano ne wonsem so foreign affairs ministry Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa emra okopiemu e appointment committee e ade one nsem bi etuja ochiremu se onim se e ade amprempren ayekase USC aban Donald Trump and ababetu just say amanfo omwo USC omani mu omu kita nkrata no ade omu ni na ye bom ade asan aba obukura omufimo ene no chimu say saa nsem na ene nam kasafidie so and afi social media chimu say amanfo 6200 and am prempren ye deport wo ade abagana no enya ade enya no kre na figures a wo mo de amano no ade a 150 a omo ye Ghanaians a prempren wo mo ebabe bom ene nhye a omo ni akwama ebetumi aboa safo yi nsem ne bi onu tu jane bi nsuni.
Since my nomination, I have diligently inquired from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs what the status is. There have been publications that about 6,200 Ghanaians will be affected, but from the brief that has been shared with me from the officials at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, they allay fears that the numbers are not that high, and that currently the official communication the ministry has received from Washington is 156, not 6,200, 156 Ghanaians who face imminent deportation. And indeed, they indicate that about 40 of them have been asked to be, they've asked our mission in Washington to process those people expeditedly.
We honorable Okujeto Ablakwa ononso nsema oka erifa ho yembo hwi ni amfa yani enkopiem ewo timamu na eno na erara a ewo oyoko clan a ewo rara wo so omani atugya wo mukyeremu se imprempre ade a obepiem ewo sa amantam ho a eya ahemfo sem entokwa ama no homra so yie pa ewo ho a wo mukyeremu se ni na akakoma se sese wo erara aba mpatam ho a untumi enya asumje emfantena ho nti eyade o mbesre eyotumfo se tutu otoso ebien ana afi Ghana mampene His Excellency John Dramani Mama say in prepare idea woman che no muntu obona emfansi wo no monhwe na sa ahemfo nsema ene ntokwa aba erara empatemu no wo metumi ahye na omo ama asu echa eno na ye oba sima nana ama anowa nyakon a oye trotwofo edema eye oyoko eye ebusuako a ewo rara no enu tuja eno omo friends am twefo ne nsem ni bi oni tuja no eni.
We the Royal Oyoko clan also wish to use this occasion to caution the general public against dealing with the miscreants, as doing so will be a huge risk to any person or entity involved. We believe it is vital for the intervention for our traditional leaders and the support of national government to help bring about a peaceful resolution of this matter. We believe in the expertise and wisdom of Asante Maura, His Majesty Otumfuo Seitutu Abibio, in this dispute to bring a lasting solution and peace to Raraman. We are by this appealing to His Royal Majesty to support his very own Raraman in the process of ensuring that the Chieftaincy institution in Ghana remains a revered institution and by legitimate occupants and not inglorious pretenders who are bent on causing chaos in the peaceful Rawa area. We are calling on the regional and national houses of chiefs as well to use their influence to mediate in this dispute to bring the lasting solution and peace we all seek in our beloved nation. At the same time, we are appealing to His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, whose leadership can provide the necessary support to ensure that this issue is resolved amicably.
We obesima nana ama nyakwa ena yetenenka oni chochofo edema rara oyoko ebusiaku no na ha TV XYZ ena afi power Parliamentary Kasiebo ena witi na nsane be sorry so no efi amanebo efi wisdom hedejome eho o say ene Evangelina Betty Boatin Boahene ene wawoda o say efi wo papa yo oho ena one ema ena busiaku ni na wo mo say nyankopon entoso na onhirawo na oma pomuden na fe unyini mbeye oba pa emfama wo mabusia no we happy birthday a efi wisdom hedejome hewo ema o Kasiebo no esi miambe kenkamfo ma ene awie midin Kofi Abrantie inasie enso enkoma team ni na camera crew and afi editing bench ni na yese inasie enko emfama mi producer ɛyɛ Accra Kofi Dako yakra mo.